Hey guys, Electric Girl here, and I thought that I would take some time today to answer some of my most commonly asked questions about these squiggly shaped staffs that I spin. And I'm going to start this video off by saying that it is pronounced Buugeng. I have heard some really crazy pronunciations of this, so that's why I'm stating it right now. It's pronounced Buugeng. I've also seen them called S-staffs, but Buugeng is like the more official name for them. And so I have all my questions right here, so if I'm looking down at my phone, it's because I have the questions here and I don't want to miss any. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of get started here. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, how did I get into it? And I got into Buugeng the very beginning of 2017. I was at a music festival over New Year's from 2016 going into 2017. And I saw a girl that had them there, and I'd seen them online before, like in videos. Most of the videos, they were by Silent Awareness. They would pop up on like YouTube and Facebook every now and again, but this was my first time seeing them in person. I was so ecstatic. I ran up to her and I asked her like a million questions, and she was super kind enough to sit and listen to them all. And after that, I was just kind of in love and fascinated by them, so I went home and I bought my first set, and I have been in love with them ever since. Another question I get is, where do I start? This is like my most commonly asked question. I'm just gonna kind of start by going over a lot of the anatomy of the prop and like the different varieties that they come in, and just kind of like some 101 on different things to kind of be aware of when you're shopping, because I really didn't know much when I bought my first set. So I'm just going to tell you some things that I wish I had known. I'm going to start off by saying that not all sets are collapsible, meaning this is like the normal shape of the staff. This does not fold or anything. It is stuck in this S shape forever and ever unless it is broken. So this is a not collapsible, and this is a collapsible, meaning it folds in half into this boomerang crescent shape. So when you're shopping, kind of be aware of if they're collapsible, not collapsible. These are a little easier to kind of travel and take with you places as opposed to the not collapsible ones, but I mean, it's really not a big deal. You still got to take something with you, so that's just something to be aware of when you are shopping. Another thing that I really had no idea about was the different curve shapes, or blade shapes, that's another name for them. So this is one. This is, as you can see, it's a little bit more angular. I really don't know like math and angle terms, so we're going to call this the more angular one, as you can see. And then this set here is a lot more curved than the like more angular one. This one, the more angular one, these I think are a little bit more like pleasing to the eye if you ever get into quad Buugeng, meaning you have two Buugeng in each hand altogether equaling 4, hence the name quad Buugeng. I think these look a little better for that, but that's just my opinion. But these, yeah, I think that shape just looks a little better for that. And these more rounded ones, I use these a lot more than the other ones, just because I think they're more pleasing to the eye to watch, and it is easier to do contact like on body moves, just because they kind of curve and hug your body a little bit better. So if you don't know what kind of curve you want, I would just start by watching videos of other people and kind of being aware and kind of notice what shape curve they're using, and then from there kind of see what you're looking for and then make your decision. Another kind of thing that varies from prop to prop is the handle connection type. So this set, for instance, these have 3 magnets, as you can see, just 1, 2, 3, and yeah, it fully comes apart into 2 pieces and they just snap together into the full staff. Yeah, so that is one kind of handle connection type. This magnets are really strong, so they're not like flopping apart in my hand. They stay together very well. And these, you can actually play with the each, like all the pieces, and you can make some really cool different shapes rather than just the typical S shape that you see here. I've seen some people do some really cool, interesting stuff with those, so that's kind of fun. Otherwise, this is kind of the other connection type. This is just a little, you know, like a regular old screw. And then when you open it up, there are magnets. So when you extend it fully, it snaps into place and it doesn't, you know, just kind of flop over. And again, you know, the magnet's really strong. It's not like flopping and getting out of place. Yeah, I don't really have a preference between the two handle types. They're kind of the same to me. They don't really affect the way I spin, at least, so I don't have a preference. That's just something to be aware of, and if you see them talking about the connection type, then now you'll know what they're talking about. Yeah, I think that's kind of everything I wanted to cover for there. So another thing I get asked a lot is shops that I would recommend. I got these two sets both off of Etsy. I don't remember the name of the shop, but I will link it down below. I really had no problems with this set of staffs. I'm pretty sure the guy who makes them, you can custom paint, like you can pick different colors for this kind of more like marbled part. I'm pretty sure he lets you pick the colors you want, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I had no problems with these. I just don't use them a lot because they're not because I'm not super into the more angular shape, but again, they're super awesome set and they were really great for me to learn with. This was my first set, so I didn't have any problems learning with them, and they really held up during my stages of learning and lots of dropping and experimenting, so I didn't have any problems with these, and I will for sure link these down below. Otherwise, the other shop I would recommend is Dai Zobab's shop. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's kind of like one of the main founders of Buugeng. He kind of really popularized the prop. I think I'm pronouncing that right. He kind of was like the first to kind of really like start making and kind of bring Buugeng into the world. And so he just makes beautiful sets. It's weighted really well. It's not too light, not too heavy. These are made out of wood, if you can't tell, but he custom painted these white for me for a performance I had, but I absolutely love them. These have been through a lot and they're still in really good condition. So if you're getting a set and you're looking for this more like curved shape blade, this would be like 100% like at the top of my list for recommendations. Otherwise, another set that I would recommend would be through the Spinsters. They have a set made by Rhinefish. I personally don't have this set, but I have been looking into them for so long and I've heard really good things about them. That set is not made out of wood. I think it's made out of like an acrylic resin, something that's not wood. And they look really cool and I'd really love to play with the pair, so hopefully I'll send it one day here soon and I can update you all on my thoughts on them. But those are kind of some shops to look at. Another thing I get asked a lot is the cost, and Buugeng, they're not a super cheap prop. Unlike other props where you can get something to start around like $20 or so, Buugeng, if you want to get a set, you're looking at spending like $100 or more. So that's something to think about, especially if you're doing like a lot of gigs and you want props that match like different costumes and different colors. They're not super cheap, so that is something to kind of think about. Those are all my questions today. I hope this video was helpful to you starting your journey, and if you have any other questions or comments, you can leave those down below, and please leave this video a thumbs up. And yeah, again, if you have other questions, just let me know. I'm gonna be here to help. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Namaste.